Okay, guys, sorry about that. Had to jump on a change of setting on something. So Chris Bumstead did not win the show. He was favored yesterday, but Martin Fitzwater came out looking much, much better today. Let's take a look. So this was much closer to the Martin that we saw 5 weeks ago at the Mr. Olympia. He fixed his tan. He tightened up. He wasn't sweating. He wasn't spilled over. Things did not go well for him yesterday. Who's messaging? Everyone's blowing up my Instagram. But I'm busy doing this, so I can't really do private commentaries right now. So yeah, Martin did what he needed to do. Him and his coach, Stefan Kienzel, boss of Outlaw, they needed to really improve for today, or else Chris Bumstead was going to win. Chris was looking phenomenal. But Martin, he did what he needed to. He tightened up, fixed his tan. I'm going to go to something in a minute. AJ got a quick backstage interview with Martin just now. AJ was doing the play-by-play with Giles. So I guess he explained what went wrong yesterday. So I'm curious to see what went wrong. So we'll get to that in a second. All right. So let's stop that and let's go to Martin backstage. Martin backstage with AJ. And let's see. Here we go.
You came back. You came improved. What happened last night that not everyone knows about?
About the second round of posing, man. So the transition from the rear double to the rear lat spread, when I locked my hamstring down, we popped a couple fibers. And I had some major pain, a little cortisol drop, and that's why I started sweating. So we knew I got frustrated. I let it get in my head, and you can clearly see it in the videos that I just was mentally shook. My team sat me down, told me to get my head out of my ass and make sure that we win this thing, and that's exactly what we did. So we we got better, and we improved. We changed some posing to be able to work around it, and we finished the job just like we were supposed to.
Incredible. Sunday night.
Sunday night tonight.
You came back. It was lights out, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go, guys.
You came back. This is one of the most freaky shit we were seeing right there backstage. Fuck.
Okay, so that's I'm glad that AJ got that clarified, because I saw a lot of people posting yesterday, even media types, saying they believe Martin was shook yesterday or looked defeated because he knew Chris was beating him, and he was mentally defeated already. So no, this was Martin about 2 hours ago next to Chris. This was the final call out of the confirmation round, where they do rejudging, and you can pick up, you can go from second to first here, and that's what Martin did. I haven't seen the score sheets, but I would bet you pretty good money that Chris Bumstead was leading yesterday, or if Martin was in the lead, it was maybe by a point. It definitely wasn't a blowout. It was very, very close. And the more I looked at pictures and videos yesterday, this is today, but yesterday what I was seeing, I think I would have went with Bumstead. I'm a fan of both of these guys. It's not like I have any horse in the race, not horse MD, horse in the race, the phrase we use in the US. I didn't really, it wouldn't have bothered me if I would have actually been very happy. And a lot of people wanted Bumstead to win because they felt that was going to change open bodybuilding forever. So now we wouldn't be judging more on size. It would be on shape, symmetry, condition, proportion, all that good stuff. And, Bumstead, they thought next year could be Mr. Olympia. If he took an off season and came back with maybe 10, 15 more pounds, I saw some people thinking that he was going to come back 20 pounds heavier next year. You don't put that much muscle on in 1 year, guys, unless you're a beginner or you've never used gear before or something like that. But Chris could definitely put a good 10 pounds on if he wanted to. And in his acceptance speech, he left the door open for that possibility. He could get a special invitation, or there's a very good chance if he wanted to, he could show up next year at, say, the Tampa or the Chicago or Texas or any of those shows leading up to the Olympia. And there's not many people that could beat him. Obviously, if like Andrew Jack still need to qualify, he'd probably have a tough time with an improved Andrew. and a few other guys. Obviously, Derek and Hadi already qualified for life as Mr. Olympia champions. Samson, I don't think is going to be doing any extra shows until he's doing the Arnold and the Olympia, right, next year. But Chris could get the special invitation if he wanted, or I feel it wouldn't be that hard for him to come back and win one of those shows leading up to next year's Olympia to qualify if that's what he wants to do. And I don't know if that's what he wants to do. I don't know if Chris knows right now what he's going to do. I don't think he has a plan. But man, so many people were very excited about Chris possibly winning. They thought, this is going to really, I don't know what they thought, like it was going to destroy open bodybuilding, make it so that all the classic guys could be the open champs moving forward. Like size wouldn't matter. I mean, Chris is not a small guy. He's 6'1". He's about 250. I heard he was a little under. I heard 248. I don't know what the true weight was, but size-wise, Chris Bumstead is nowhere near as big, as massive as a guy like an Andrew Jacked or a Samson Dauda. I mean, Martin beat him fair and square on mass. Martin was far larger guy, pound for pound. They say, well, Martin's only about 230. Martin's not that much lighter than Chris, and he's about a half a foot shorter, as you can see. What was I doing there? I don't know what I was doing there. So this is Martin at the finals. Like I said, he really pulled it out. He really brought an improved package today. And I would be curious to see the scores. I'm actually going to see if they're up already. Let's see if they're up. I'm curious. Sometimes they get them up really fast. Results, no, they're not up yet. Romania. Results aren't up yet on IPBpro.com, but I have no doubt in my mind they're going to be up pretty soon. Yeah, guys, what do you got to say? Let's see. Shitty, this is shitty. Worse shit, Mr. Olympia. Make the shit. No way Martin beats CBUM. He dominates him, and CBUM deserves to be part of it. Well, if Chris wants to go to the Olympia, Skelkim. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Skelkim. They'll certainly let him in the Olympia. Don't worry about that. They're not going to deny Chris if he asks for a special invitation. Thought I was losing my mind when people say Chris is winning, but I thought Martin was clearly bigger, and this is open, so it's obviously Martin. Well, yesterday, so we're looking at Martin right now today. Let me show you what he looked like yesterday in a minute. This is much better than he looked yesterday. And we did see that in that interview, he did have a little bit of a hamstring tear on stage, and that was while he was going into a pose, and that definitely screwed him up. It screwed him up mentally because anyone who's ever been injured, that's the worst time you can get injured is when you're on stage trying to win a show. I feel for the guy. That's some really awful luck. Of all the times to hurt tear a hamstring or a slight tear, I'm sure it's very, very slight. I doubt it was anything close to a full tear. But still, it was enough to mentally affect him. And we saw him sweating, and we saw he was spilling over, probably because of all the cortisol. So let me go back to how he looked yesterday. Martin prejudging Prague. Yeah, here we go. So this was yesterday. You can see the tan was crappy. Tan wasn't as dark. He fixed his tan. He definitely wasn't as tight yesterday. He improved a good, I'm going to say 15, 20% as far as condition and sharpness. Like I said, I think what was going on yesterday was just cortisol. When you have that cortisol flood going through you, that can screw anybody up and make you hold a lot of water. So let's go back to some comments. Martin, yeah. Did CBUM win? No, the title of the video is Martin Fitzwater wins Prague Pro. So if you saw the title of the video, you would know, stop 007, stop jocking, that he didn't win. Wow. Congrats, Martin. Mark Basis highlight, biggest bullshit of the year. Very upset. Comcast, is that you, Leo? Yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Martin was watery, sweating his balls off. Both parts tan, poor compared. Yeah, that was yesterday. He definitely looked much, much better today. Thought any of the top three could have won. Yeah, Clarita looked pretty damn great. Even yesterday, I thought the size discrepancy was obvious. You called wrong. I'm sick, though. I mean, I thought it was close yesterday. But the more I looked at videos and pictures from yesterday, I was leaning towards Bumstead because, I talked to Giles. He's hopefully going to join us in a couple minutes here. But today, I said to myself, confirmation round has changed a lot of scores. Things can change drastically, and they did. They did change, and we saw what happened. We saw that Martin improved enough from yesterday to today to edge out Chris, to close that gap, because he did leave the door open yesterday for Chris, and today he came back and he closed that door. That's what you got to do. And it was close, and I wasn't able to hear all the acceptance speech because I was trying to find a good picture of him for the thumbnail, man. It was not easy. But he did say that Chris had him scared, and he knew Chris was pushing him. And Chris was definitely could have won. He could have beat him. Let's go back to your comments, guys. I'll put Chris's routine up while we're talking. This is Bumstead. You called Ron. Kalyan. Ron, what are the thoughts of Mr. Giles? Well, we're getting him on. What did he say? He said he just finished up he's in the cab at the moment. He can do it in about 15 minutes, and that was 2:44. So we're hoping Giles is going to join us in about 5 minutes. I'm sure everyone's going to be stopping and want to talk to him, so I wouldn't be surprised if it takes longer than that. Judges made the correct call. This is Paul Bartlett, IFBB Pro. It's a muscle contest. The real story is that Clarita came out totally great for himself. Yeah. I was very impressed with Clarita. I taped him yesterday, and he didn't change much from yesterday to today. Didn't I tape him yesterday? Yeah. So this was Sean. Sean really redeemed himself from the Olympia. He was really over-dieted at the Olympia. His upper body managed to come back to its normal full glory, because I believe if he was 180, he's probably closer to 185, I'm guessing, because he was waking up at 180 a few days before the show. So I'm assuming he carb loaded, but then he dropped the bar. Who knows what the weight was? Point is, he looked a lot bigger and better, Sean Clarita. Props to him. A solid third place. Fourth place went to the new guy from Germany. Yeah, Matthias Holek. Great job, Matthias. At fifth place to Horse MD. But Clarita looked really good, man. He really good. Let's go back. So props to Martin for coming in Peel for the finalists. Chris is better in terms of publicity. Yeah, Ryan. So this was a really good challenge for Stefan Kienzel, the boss of Outlaw, his coach, because if he didn't change from yesterday to today, if Fitzwater had not improved the way he did, Bumstead would be the winner right now. And a lot of people really wanted Bumstead to win. So many people out there were rooting for him. CBUM really helped to make this show a show that everyone was talking about, 100%. I mean, the Prague show's a great show. Don't get me wrong. Samson won it last year, but there would not be the level of interest that there was if Bumstead hadn't done this. And a lot of people know this might be his last time on stage. Maybe not. He's leaving it open-ended. We don't know, but very, very possible this was the last time we'll see Chris Bumstead compete. He always wanted to go out with an open show just for fun, and he did it, and he damn near won. He came so close to winning. Men's Open Bible is a joke. CBUM won. It wasn't even close. Well, Matthew, I mean, let's look at this again. So this was the last call out, first call out. So yesterday the more I looked at it, I did have Bumstead winning yesterday, but today when they came back, I had Fitzwater beating him. Fitzwater is a much more massive guy. He got his sweating and his water spilling over under control with the help of his coach. And you could see he's got so much more thickness and density. He has very good shape. He really beats Chris Bumstead handily in these back shots. It's not even close. Look at the thickness in Fitzwater's back compared to his back. It's not even close. In the rear lat spread, it's not as evident, but look at the middle of the back. You definitely see it, Giles. Oh, Giles is ready. Giles, okay. Hit the link whenever you're ready, Giles. Okay. Oh, okay, we got Giles. All right.
Ron?
Yeah, we got you.
How you doing, man?
Doing
Right,
great.
literally, I'm walking around the corridor because our room cards don't work. So you've got a few minutes where Lauren has to go down and get the room cards. And we get in the room because I really need the bathroom. So we have to make this very quick.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
And
So
I need a shower, and we've got to go to the after party thing with Ronnie. We're going to pick Ronnie up in 30 minutes. So we've got a bit of time. So we're good.
okay. Well, I know you got to pee. When I got to pee, I can't think of anything else. But yesterday, Bumstead was winning. The more I looked at the footage and the pictures, the high resolution photos, I agree with you, Giles. Like I give him the show yesterday, but Fitzwater did what he needed to do. Walked him out well, helped him tighten up. They sorted out the tan. He wasn't sweating like a pig. He looked a lot more confident, and I bet it was not a perfect score win. I bet it was.
I agree. And you know what? I was talking to Brett Wilkin afterwards, just backstage, and because earlier on I noticed Martin walking backstage and he was limping, and I was like, I'm sure he's limping. I'm sure he's limping there. And Brett Wilkin said yesterday in the second call out, Martin popped his hamstring.
Yes.
He popped his hamstring. So I was like, whoa! And he said he's going to be Brett said he's going to be really bruised tomorrow. So he got a little bit of a tear in his hamstring there. But it didn't affect him too much because he obviously won the show. But he definitely looks a little bit better today. Yeah. But I thought Bumstead had this in the bag, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of very upset people. I don't, because yesterday he was beating him, but even if Martin legitimately did deserve to beat him, and Tyler wasn't there, right? So we're not going to get a Tyler video on this.
Steve Weinberger.
Steve might do a video, I don't know, but he had his reasons. Steve's the Mr. Olympia head judge. He's probably the most experienced judge in the world. Mm-hmm. He went with the more muscularity. In your mind, how did Martin beat Chris tonight?
I don't know. Well, I was going pose for pose. In frontal bicep, I had Chris. Front lat spread, I had Chris. Side chest, I had Chris. Side tricep, I had Martin. The rear shots is difficult because Martin's like twice as thick, but Chris has got so much better quality conditioning and separation. I still kind of gave the back shots to Chris. I did, and I mean, AJ was like, "Oh no, the back shots to Martin." I'm not going to argue with that because I get why. But if you go pose for pose, and I was talking to Mauro Sassin, he was saying that, the ab and thigh, you've got to give it to Martin because Chris was hitting it like as a vacuum. He wasn't hitting a proper ab shot. So you can kind of forfeit that one to Martin. The most muscular, I thought Chris. So if you want to look at it overall, I think Chris won more poses. But who'd have thought a classic guy next to like one of the thickest bodybuilders in the open would even come close? But I tell you what, I was so happy for Sean Corrida. And Sean Corrida was only 178 tonight,
What's that, 178? Oh, you got his weight.
I asked him backstage, I said, what are you weighing, man? He says, well, I was 175 this morning. And he says, by nighttime, I was 178. And I was like, mate, you look about 185. And he said, I'm just wanting to redeem myself after the Olympia. Yeah. And I said, well, you certainly achieved that, mate. I said, I was so happy for it. I just posted a video on my Instagram now, actually. But also, can I ask a bit of a self-indulgent question? Did you watch the live stream? Did you watch our live stream?
I did watch the live stream, yes.
What was our commentary? Because we've had not a single negative comment. I mean, all of us, me, Lauren, and AJ, everyone just loved the commentary. And I like to get feedback. Was it good?
Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought, you would. Selfishly, I wish I was there, but I mean, AJ does a hell of a job. You guys are a great team. The way you play off each other, and you're both very, very knowledgeable.
And the thing is, it's also handy there when Lauren is obviously for the female classes because I can give insight, but Lauren's kind of the expert on the bikini and everything else. Sorry, I'm in the room now. Yeah. So yeah, it was fantastic. I think all three of us are really, really happy with the job we did, and I think it worked. Kept on nice rotation as well. So, but anyway, back to the show. Horse MD looked a lot better tonight. He looked a lot fuller.
Okay.
And who else? So I just you run through the competitors, and I'll just give you my take because my head is just.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Do you need to? You want to go off the call for a minute and go to the bathroom? Because if that was me, I'd have to pee my brains out right now.
No, it's fine. I can go another couple of minutes, mate.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was very impressed with Matthias, this new guy, Matthias Holweck.
I thought he didn't get enough love in Romania last week. I thought he looked fantastic in Romania. And he didn't get any love, and I was really disappointed with that. So it was nice to see him get a proper look in. But I mean, he was crying last night backstage. Me and AJ were chatting to him. And tonight he's just, I mean, you've never seen anyone so happy in your life. It's like he'd won, honestly. And I said, mate, your career's gonna take a huge upturn. And I was getting messages, people going, God, Matthias, Daniel from Bodybuilders Like Borders, this German guy is amazing. Because he was I think he was second next to Urs last year here in the Classic. And now here he was, like literally being moved around with Bumstead, Clarida, you know, like real heavy hitters, you know, like Olympia champions, you know. So he's just on cloud nine at the moment, and I'm just so excited because he moved up to open, but he kept the classic detail, the classic aesthetics, you know. Because I think like now with Samson Dowder, you know, like a classic guy, but at 300 pounds. Yeah. You know, aesthetics and size is now the kind of norm now. That's kind of what the judge. At the end of the day, that's the ultimate. That's ticking every box, you know.
Yeah. So the big debate on the show that's going on right now is, you know, they thought Chris Bumstead would win, which we all kind of thought that, but they thought that was going to change open bodybuilding the way it was judged. The results of one show were going to drastically change the way bodybuilding was judged.
No. Like I said, we've got a classic guy at 300 pounds who just won the Olympia. We had Sean Roden in 2018. You know, so I don't know. I don't see it's at the end of the day, it's about who's got the best physique. It doesn't matter what category they're from. Otherwise, you could say, oh, well, Derek Lunsford and Hadi Chupin have won the Olympia and they're 212. So maybe, do you know what I mean? Maybe it's about short guys. Maybe it's about, you know, so I don't think you can just say that there's a dramatic change. I mean, at the end of the day, Chris looked like a legit open class guy tonight. And his real lat spread was beautiful. I mean, mate, honestly, it was one of the most amazing things I've ever seeing the crowd response every time he came out.
Well, I mean, you know, I almost feel bad for the other guys because of, you know, like what am I, chopped liver? I mean, it was a Chris Bumstead show.
Hey, Ron, did you see I disagreed, man. The MC really, he kept talking to Chris Bumstead and Martin was stood there kind of just like a bit of a lemon, you know, while he's, and this guy, and he kind of went back to Chris again. I'm like, oh, come on, this is not fair on Martin now. You need to give Martin his due. You know, this is his moment. And Chris even said, you know, but, you know, it's the champion's moment now, so give him his champ. And then the bloody MC went back to Chris. And I thought, oh, come on, that's not right. Come on, you got to, I felt bad for Martin, but then he got his moment and stuff. But that was a bit cringe.
I mean, the right thing to do in that situation would have been let Martin talk first and then get to Chris, because why would you go to the runner-up guy first when they just did the award? Why would you do that?
I know, a little bit disrespectful. That was kind of not reading the room a little bit. But, I mean, it's, you know, that's you know, but I mean, I just, you know what, I really hope Bumstead's not going to retire. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the question. The Bumstead we saw today, I heard 248. Did you tell me that?
Yeah, 248, yeah.
So if he decides to do the Olympia next year, either through special invitation or winning a show, he would take an off season. The Bumstead we saw now, where would he have placed in the Mr. Olympia?
Oh God, I don't know. Oh shit. Honestly, mate, I wouldn't like to say. Because honestly, my head is so full of like hours and hours of live stream. I can't even. Mate, honestly, I can't even remember Romania last week. It's like just complete. And I certainly can't remember the Olympia unless I really sit and think about it. Probably wake up tomorrow and let my brain kind of like process everything. But yeah, it's.
I'd say he probably would have been around 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. Which is great.
Honestly, mate, but he had lost no conditioning. There's no thickening of the waist. As you see some guys move on classic, you know, they move up a weight class or whatever, not weight class, but a division like from 212 or classic to open. But he lost nothing. He lost no detail. He actually gained it. Yeah,
I mean, that's amazing because he was significantly fuller. It wasn't like night and day difference, like, oh my God, but it was enough. It was enough that you noticed it, and it's the only time we've ever seen Bumstead full, I think, in all these years.
Yeah, no, he looked fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. Hey, Ron, I better go, mate, because I've got to jump in the shower. And we've got to pick Ronnie up in 20 minutes, so we're going to go to the after party. But anything you want to ask me? Anything else you want to ask me, mate, before I go?
No, man. I just want to congratulate you and AJ. Just did a tremendous job. I had a great time listening to you guys and watching the show. And yeah, it was a historic show, and I'm happy for you that you were there to witness this because this is people are going to be talking about this show 5 years from now.
I know. I mean, for an open show, I mean, it was. I'm thinking that the other classes were good as well, you know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it was good. It was it's always a high standard show. This one, it's always very, very, very well run. I came the first year in 2012 when Dennis Wolf won it. Sean Roden was second, and it's gone from strength to strength. So yeah, absolutely amazing, fantastic job. And say hello, Lauren.
Hi, Ron.
Hey, Lauren.
Live.
Yeah, he's recording it live.
Hi, everyone.
Good thing she wasn't in her kimono or something. Okay.
Imagine if I turn around and she's completely butt naked.
I'm just relaxing.
I would
No,
get,
you're not
certainly get
naked.
some,
You
certainly
don't
get
really
some
have to be
views.
naked, mate.
All right, guys. Well, enjoy the banquet, all that. Have a great time. Say hi to Ronnie for me. Appreciate you taking the time, Giles. And Giles is on tour all next week with Ronnie Coleman again.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, and the queues today, obviously the queues to see Ronnie today were just insane. And we had 4 or 5 security with us at all times. They did a fantastic job.
Thank you so much to everyone that on that line.
Yeah, fantastic. Lauren was doing a great job. So yeah. So there you go. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, so that's it. Appreciate you hopping in here. You certainly are a busy Giles lately, busy tiger.
And I'll tell you what, these tours are going to explode next year. I'll tell you that now, because I mean, there's a few discussions we've had with a few people at this show. So yeah, they've well, obviously you'll be hearing lots of announcements in the next couple of months. So
awesome, man. Cool. All right. Well, that's
all right,
it.
Ron.
Thank you, Giles. Have an awesome night. Appreciate it.
Take care, mate. Bye bye.
Okay, guys. Now I can get back to your comments. If you had questions for Giles, I'm sorry. Let's see. I just want to go to your comments. Props Martin for coming Peels. I think we said that one. Chris helped to make the show everyone was talking about. Did we already say this stuff? Clarita is redeeming herself. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Human Monkey? Is that Stu? Or is that you? Is that beef stew bulked up, or is that you? Same hairstyle? A rich female bodybuilder, single, of course. Well, there aren't many young female bodybuilders, for one thing. Most of them are over the age of 30, which I don't know what the age cap is for young. But yeah, I wish I could help you, but go to like fitsingles.com or something like that. If Clarita looks like that at the O, he'll gain the title. I don't know, Mark. Keon is damn good. Keon is getting better and better. That Sean has recaptured his best look, but I don't think Sean is getting better at this point. He's like 42, 40. He's over the age of 40. He looks fantastic, but I don't think he's getting better where I do think Keon is getting better. Huge congratulations, Martin, 100%. Big story is Clarita. 20 years from now, photos of Chris Martin will still be posted regularly. Well, like I just said to Giles, people are going to be talking about this show for a very long time. Chris didn't step back a bit. He might have went. No, I mean, it wasn't that he didn't get worse. It's Martin was a little bit off yesterday, and Martin came back better today. Yeah, it was close. I'm going to look. I'll keep looking to see if they put the score sheets up. Sometimes they get them up really fast. Results. Nope, still not up. I'm looking at ifbbpro.com trying to find the score sheets. But man, I was hoping Steve Harvey came out and said, my mistake. It was close. I mean, like I said, if Martin hadn't improved, if Martin looked the same today as he did yesterday, Bumstead would be winning. CBUM gave us that glimpse. I got to go back to that. Final call out. Last call out. 1 of 3. I'm trying to keep some footage up while we're talking. These nice bodies. Wish the open guys could bring details. I mean, a lot of the guys, the open guys, I mean, Hadi Chupan has got all kinds of detail in certain body parts from the back, especially Derek Lunsford has lots of detail. Lee Haney would have been happy. I like Martin too. I feel Chris won. Levroni had Chris winning too, which is surprising. Well, most people yesterday did have Chris winning. Chris won. He won the popular vote. If this was like the presidential election, Martin won the electoral vote and Chris won the popular vote. Yeah. Chris finals posing. Leave that up while we're talking. Hello, Mr. Giles. Sorry, I didn't go to the comments because I knew he was short on time. So I just asked him a few questions. Martin was much better day 2. Martin is better overall muscle mass. Yeah. So Martin is about 5'6". I don't think he's any taller than that. And about 230 pounds. Chris, 6'1.5", 248. So pound for pound, in terms of height and weight, Martin's a much bigger guy. He certainly beat him in the back shots. Idiot judge. I wouldn't call him an idiot. You might not agree with his everything, but he's not an idiot. That title not going to help you. Martin Fitzwater wins. CBUM was close. The title of the video, well, clearly I'm not a master of thumbnails and titles, or I'd have a lot more damn views than I have. So, but thank you. Giles gave the back. Yeah, I didn't give the back shots to Chris. I certainly gave. Yeah, a lot of question marks. I did not see Chris winning any back shots. No, those are Martin. Giles assessment is way off. Well, I misheard that. No, you heard right. He was giving him the back shots. I got to keep going back to the final callouts. Look at the back shots. Oh, that's not a back shot. Final call out 1, final call out 2. Yeah. Martin's got much more thickness going on in the back. Chris doesn't look bad in the rear lat spread compared to Martin. When you hit, did I miss the back double bicep? The back double bicep, I don't think it's even close. I think Martin much better than Chris. Oh, this is when they had moved Martin to the middle, because I recorded a couple different series of so back lat spread. I want to see the rear double. Where did the rear double go? It's after this, isn't it? I'm sorry. Yeah, right. They usually nope. It was before. Would have been before that. Or is it after this? God, I get confused. I'm a confused person, aren't I? Nope, this is going to be an ab and thigh. Dude, I'll never find it. I'll never find it. I had it here. Let's call out. First call out. Where is it? I'm trying to get to the rear double. God, I'm the worst. Anyway. CBUM wanted to change open direction that Dorian started. I don't think winning one show ever changes the criteria of the sport and how it's judged. Like I said, if Martin looked, say, the way he did at the Olympia 5 weeks ago, third place was Sean Clarita. Yeah. If he beat Martin and Martin was looking as good as he did at the Olympia, then you would have said, well, Chris could have been fourth place at the Olympia because Martin was fourth place at the Olympia. So Giles goes by conditioning. CBUM clear lack density and thickness. It was close yesterday, making do Martin's lack of oil. No, he was sweating off the oil. I think he had enough oil, but he had pulled a hamstring. He injured himself while posing. And I think that, it got in his head. He got his body flooded with cortisol from the stress of knowing he just hurt himself. And he was just started spilling over with water and sweating like a pig. CBUM looked like a bigger Zane. It's crazy. A bigger Barry DeMay. Paul, you didn't hear Ron. It's just outrageous to see CBUM away from the back. Yeah, I don't agree with Giles on that one. Giles and I, we don't always agree on everything. We agree on a lot of things, but not everything. Chris looked like Arnold 74 with 92 Dorian kid. Now, Arnold 74 didn't have legs like Chris. And he had much better arms than Chris. Let's be real. Arnold. Look, just detail the CBUM today, and the size difference was that much more apparent. Martin, just too dense in third. Scorecard is already on NPC News. Okay, let's go. Well, if it's there, it should be on IFBB Pro as well. It's not? Okay. All right, let's go to NPC News. Let's see. Thank you for that. Scorecard. Ah, here we go. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay. Can I zoom that? Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to show you the score. Here we go. Share screen. Let's take a look, guys. Let's take a look. Okay. Can you see? Just want to make sure. Okay, so looking at that, Martin looks like he did have a perfect score win. 3 judging, 3 finals. 6, Chris Bumstead, 6, 6, 12. perfect second place scores. It looks like they had the top three nailed down yesterday, or the top two, I should say, because we see the difference between, let's see. So Sean was 6 points ahead of Martin Holweck yesterday, and today he was only 3 points ahead. So they were closer. Martin and Chris were not close, but Sean and Matthias Holweck were close. Horse MD was, let's see, Horse was doing better yesterday than he was today. Oh, it looks like he had the same score. So Matthias and Horse MD were tied today. Yeah, Matthias and Horse MD both had the same point scores, but I guess in the end they decided to give Matthias fourth place. Horse MD. Christian Wolski was in sixth. Jan Turek from Czech Republic, 7. Andrea Presti ended up in 8th. That's good because he was third call out yesterday. Oh, look at that. Oh, geez. Yeah, he was 24, 48. Pablo Baron, Andrea Baron. So, okay. So it looks like Martin won. Can I make that even bigger? Martin won with a perfect score, guys, and Chris had second place. Yeah, so it wasn't close at all. I thought it was going to be closer. I thought Chris would have had some first place votes yesterday, but he might have had, because they usually drop the high and the low, so he might have had a first place vote. We don't know. Interesting. Good stuff. All right. Thanks for that. Thanks for the info. 85% had CBUM. 85% of the public had CBUM yesterday. This is BS. Look at the scorecards. Martin has perfect score in prejudging finals. Yeah, well, yes, effing way. He did. If they let Clarita cheat Paul is very, very adamant about, he doesn't like people stepping over the line, cheating the line. Well, give Sean a pass because he's so much shorter than the other guys. I mean, if anybody needs to cheat the line, it's probably Clarita. We could be looking at a much different outcome. Prejudge, Chris won 100%. It was close. I would have given it to him yesterday. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to yesterday judging. Prague first call out, 1 of 4. So, yeah, I mean, yesterday I did have Chris winning after I really looked at it. I thought Martin was going to win just based on size, but Martin was off yesterday because of the situation. Now we know he had a hamstring tear while he was posing, and it screwed him up. He started spilling water and pouring water all over the damn place. Prague first call out, second call out, 2 of 4. Yeah. Steve Weinberg, let's keep Mass Monster look going. Well, if that's the case, Big Ramy would still be Mr. Olympia. This happens when you let your physique speak for itself. Even though you lose, you're still a talk town. I mean, Bumstead could have taken 5th place here, and he'd still be the winner and the people's champion. He's got 30 million followers on Instagram, for God's sake. Martin Champ, yep. So sad for bodybuilding. There's also a joke. CBUM had this. Finally, the hype train's going to stop. Thank God, Judge did the right thing. Yeah, there were a lot of people. I see a lot of posts on Facebook and Instagram saying, people who really know bodybuilding and how it's judged, we're not drinking the Chris Bumstead Kool-Aid. He doesn't have the mass to be a Mr. Olympia right now. Not to say that he couldn't put more mass on and get to that level, but the way he looks right now, there's no way he's beating Samson Dauda. Come on, guys. 300-pound Samson Dauda, because size matters in bodybuilding. That's why Classic Physique has the weight cap, because it's not all about mass. It's about mass, but it's also about proportion, condition, symmetry, presentation. In bodybuilding, because there is no weight cap, it's open bodybuilding. I mean, you could be 1,000 pounds. Mass carries some weight. Did I just make a bad joke there? Steve always goes for muscularity, mass over shape since he's been head judge. Ron Harris, the GOAT. I'm not the GOAT, but thank you. Saram, my humble opinion, it's too early to talk about Chris placing Mr. Olympia 2025. Considering it's way too early, but that's what we do. We jump the gun, as we say here in the USA. We jump the gun and start talking about things. Dude, Martin was effing off. 100% he was off in the prejudging. He was effing literally bummed out. A lot of people are upset. Many CBUMs unhappy. Yeah. Like I said, Bumstead's got so many fans that really want him to win this. CBUM should do the Arnold. Well, I think we already have Samson and Andrew Jack doing the Arnold, and I don't think CBUM's beating those guys. I know that Martin beat Andrew at the Olympia, but Andrew was off. That was not the way Andrew should have been looking. CBUM shoot the Arnold. Keon won't lose Clarita. Keon is a beast. Keon won't lose, so he's in the Open. AZ Parade. Did I hear Martin saying he had hamstring injury during prejudging? He said that's why he started sweating. Yeah, that was on. I'll play it one more time for those who missed it, because AJ got an interview with him. So let me put that up one more time. Martin explained exactly what happened. Instagram, open.
You came back, you came improved. What happened last night that not everyone knows about?
About the second round of posing, man, I done the transition from the rear double to the rear last red. When I locked my hamstring down, we popped a couple fibers. I had some major pain, a little cortisol drop, and that's why I started sweating. So we knew I got frustrated. I let it get in my head, and you can clearly see it in the videos that I just was mentally shook. My team sat me down, told me to get my head out of my ass and make sure that we win this thing, and that's exactly what we did. So we got better. We improved. We changed some posing to be able to work around it, and we finished the job just like we were supposed to.
Incredible. Sunday night.
Sunday night
You
tonight.
came back. It was lights out, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. You came back. You came improved. What happened last night that not everyone knows about?
About the second round of posing, man, I done the.
Just curious to see what's on Martin's. What Martin has up. I got to turn the music off so I don't get shut down. But yeah. Oh, that was yesterday. It was yesterday. You can see the tan wasn't as good. Not quite as crisp. He was a little bit off. He was a little bit off yesterday. And I'm sure the hamstring injury had a lot to do with it. You know, I mean, it's got to play with your head when you injure yourself on stage posing, when you're trying to win the damn show, and you got a Chris Bumstead breathing down your neck, and you're, you know, in your head, you're thinking, oh, if I'm a little bit off, they're going to give it to Chris because Chris looks damn good. Plus, he's so good for the sport. You know, conspiracy theories can start going through your mind. But Martin pulled it off. This was yesterday. So, all right, back to your comments, guys. Results are up, man. You are looking wrong. Well, I was looking on ifbbpro.com, and NPC News Online had it up before them. ifbbpro.com has all the results, but sometimes it takes them a few hours or even a day. NPC News has it up. Martin will say, "Told you so." CBUM says, "Okay, one more year in Open." For the goodness of sport, they should have given to CBUM. Well, I don't believe they should give shows to anybody that doesn't deserve it. I could see Arnold saying an invite with bigger prize money for CBUM, or CBUM could have done the O. Oh, I'm sure Bumstead will get an invite to the Arnold. Those invites are going out soon. Usually the Arnold lineup is announced mid-December, so we're already in mid-November. Yeah, so CBUM doing the Olympia would certainly put a lot of new eyes on the Olympia, people that might not follow it now. Give Chris 6-7 months off, see him be top 3 at the Olympia Open. Yeah, I mean, with additional size, why not? Why not? He needs more back thickness. He's not going to be top 3 with the back he has now. I'll tell you that right now. He needs to really thicken up that back. Arms need to come up a little too. If you're going to stand next to Samson Dauda, Hadi Chupan, Derek Lunsford, Martin again improved. Andrew Jacked, and Krizo was out this year. We'll see Krizo back next. There's going to be a lot of guys next year that Nexzilla, Regan Grimes will be back. There's going to be a lot of guys on stage next year that'll give him trouble. But we'll see. This is what Open needs. CBUM needs another 20 pounds. I agree. I'll say 15. 15 pounds in the right places, and he could push very, very high at the Olympia. Chris, he's probably 1/3 of the PED. Well, there are some people out there who believe every guy we're looking at on these uses 5, 6, 10 grams of gear a week and 15 to 20 IUs of growth. Some of them probably do, but do they all? No. Chris should have won. Betty Una from MD Board. The surprise CBUM going to execute the side tricep correctly. Well, he never got a chance to before this, right? Let's put him back up while we're talking. Finals posing. Okay. Leave him up while we're talking. Back double bicep is always before back lat spread, Ron. Now I know that. It's front double bicep goes first, front lat, side chest. Then it's usually rear double bicep, side tricep, rear lat spread, side tricep, overhead, hands overhead, abdominal thigh, most muscular. Well, a lot of people think Chris is the real champ, Kultoa. So you're not alone. You're not alone. Arnold's arms are way better than Chris. Yeah, I don't know who thought. If you're making comparisons, Chris has better legs than Arnold ever did by far. Arnold had a much better chest and much better arms. Chest and biceps were Arnold's by far strong points. Arnold has better chest, had better chest and arms 50 years ago than most of these guys do right now. Chris' weakness is his arms. Yeah, I mean, he tore that bicep. It's obvious. He's going to do the double bi again. Yeah, his arms they're okay. They're not horrible, but they're not awesome. His triceps look better in certain shots. But yeah, they're not massive, his arms. More shredded quality muscle. Chris showed us that conditioning win shows Martin didn't get his condition back, he would have lost. Yeah, it wasn't just condition. It was a lot of things. Who won? The title of the video, Chado, is Martin Fitzwater wins Prague Pro. CBUM was close. So there's your answer. Kalyan, Chris Bumstead confirms his last appearance on the bodybuilding stage. Did he confirm that? Where did he confirm it so I can go check? Did he just post that? At least we can all agree this is CBUM's best package. Yeah. The scorecard is BS. Completely agree with the scorecard. Well, which is it? Sergey says it's BS. Paul agrees with it. This is such a joke. Laughing my ass off. Chris was the winner. The real report. Judges agree with me. Even prejudging, I thought Martin was winning. Yeah. Judges made the right call. Bodybuilding is a popularity contest. Every judge, every time it's scored for Martin, this is correct and good for the sport. If you're going by bodybuilding standards, Martin wins. It's 85% of viewers viewed wrong. Still have right include. Well, a lot of the people watching were Chris Bumstead fans. They're not people that really follow the sport. So a lot of people wanted Chris to win just because they love Chris and they're fans of Chris. Somebody's very strange with scorecard. How can Andrew replace judging when he was a fourth call out? Yeah, that's kind of odd. I agree. Martin proved so much they edged out CBUM was very close. How many times can you really peak in 1 year? Some people can do it many, many times. Yes, we looked at the scorecards together. Want to see them again? Scorecards. That's the problem with live is. But see, there you go. Martin won with a perfect score. Chris Bumstead, not Sked, was a solid second place. That didn't change. Sean Clarita was always in third. Fourth and fifth could have gone either way because Matthias Holweck and Horse MD were tied. They had a tie in the final result. They both had 27 points, but I don't know who decided for a tiebreaker there, and they gave the fourth place to Holweck in the end, and Marcelo Horse MD had to settle for fifth. So back to StreamYard. Stop that screen. We're back to you guys. Martin should convince CBUM to do the Mr. O. Martin straight first both nights. He was off prejudged. How can the score be the same at 3-3? Even though he was off, the judges still had him. Look at all the Instagram posts I'm getting. Well, Kalyan just sent me something on Instagram. Shows who meant to be last. It's still going to be last. Oh, okay. Who posted that? IPB Pro League? Let me pull that up. Go there. Who posted that, Kalyan? Oh, did you post it? Did you post it, Kalyan? Because I got to put it up, but I don't have to know who posted it. Kalyan. No, you didn't post it. So who posted it? IPB Pro League. IPB Pro League. Sorry, I'm trying to find this post for you guys. Okay, so here we go. All right. Let's go to this. Here's the answer, guys. This is not going to make you guys aren't going to be happy about this. All right, so Chris Bumstead on stage, which I couldn't really listen because I was doing this show was truly meant to be the last. It's still going to be the last. I'm sad to say. This show is for the love of the sport. It was my honor to compete against champions. So this is it. As it stands right now, Chris Bumstead has made it clear he will not compete again. This was it. It was a one-off. Ronnie won. Yeah, buddy. Surprised CBUM wasn't placed at first prejudging. CBUM won. Martin could not control his midsection. Effing bullshit. AJ and Giles had a great thing going. Agree they complimented one another. Shame they aren't doing regular podcasts. Well, there's a project starting up soon based out of Europe. I'll be part of it. Giles will be part of it. And maybe AJ will be part of it. We'll see. Chris, superior conditioning midsection control, not shaking complete. Martin looked off. Yes, he did confirm that run at the end of the competition. CBUM said this last show. Yeah, like I said, I missed it because I was trying to get this thing, this thumbnail, find pictures, trying to get everything done quickly so I can go live as soon as possible. Look at Ligler. Who's Ligler? Oh, good, Martin won. How much size have you lost on your legs? I haven't lost much at all. I mean, I tore my quad. I'd say my legs are about 15% smaller than they used to be. If it's a tie, it's whoever wins finals round. Well, it was a tie. It was a tie between Horst and Matthias, but it was still a tie at the end of the finals. So I don't know how they broke that, how they did that. Judge made a real mistake. They gave it to Martin too. It seemed like they did not care about Chris' popularity. Well, popularity shouldn't matter one bit. It shouldn't matter if you have 0 followers on Instagram or 30 million. It's got nothing to do with physiques in front of you. Should have nothing to do with that. CBUM looked amazing, but Martin was top 4 at the Mr. O. Shouldn't be beat that easy. Also, Martin has amazing shape. I don't think CBUM's amazing look really separates from Martin. Spoiler, and CBUM was trying to step in big boy shoes. Not going to work. Good here on AJ brings the energy. Giles keeps it in check. Yeah. Go back to the winning stuff one more time. So this was Chris getting second. You could say he was happy. He was happy that he got to do that bucket list thing, which was stand on an open stage and not have to worry about a weight cap. He did everything he wanted to do. He almost won this damn thing. I know the score sheets say that it was a perfect score for Martin, but most of us saw it as being a lot closer than that. Yesterday, I could definitely have given it to Chris based on how he looked yesterday as opposed to Martin. I think it was damn close. And if it had been a one-day show and yesterday was the only day, I think Chris would have won. I know the score sheets indicate otherwise, but yeah, we'll see. A couple more, and then I'm going to go. CBUM won. That would have been the end of open class. We know it today. That's what classic is for. Happy for Martin. He has amazing physique. Third reminds me of Phil Heath. Ron, why do you think Martin won? I think Chris won. He looked better, had better midsection shape. He won on, so let's look at it again, the final call-outs. So Martin's a bigger guy. He's got pretty good shape. Martin doesn't have bad shape. He was posing better today, more confident. He beats him handily in the back shots, like I said. He's got a much thicker back than Chris. He's a bigger guy. They both have good shape. Let's look at the condition. I don't think you can say Chris was in much better condition, maybe 2 or 3%. It wasn't like a blowout. But like I said, if Martin had not changed from yesterday to today, I think Chris would have won, even with the score sheets being what they were. The judges had him winning yesterday, even though yesterday I definitely could have seen Chris winning. Don't know, guys. Don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, I mean, geez, guys. Chris casual fans judge him through rose-colored glasses. I mean, a lot of people just love Chris. I heard 248 for Chris. That's what I kept hearing, 248, which was, like 7-8 pounds up from the Olympia. Nothing enormous, but yeah. But in the end, Martin Martin won fair and square. Judges had him winning. A lot of people aren't going to. Every show there's going to be people that aren't happy, especially if it's close. A lot of people would have liked to have seen Chris Bumstead win this for various reasons. What the hell happened with me taping that thing? Oh, there I go. But in the end, Martin won. He got his Olympia qualification early. He doesn't need to do anything else until next year. But I think he's going to do the Arnold. I haven't heard. Maybe I need to check on that. But I think he'll do the Arnold. So congratulations to Martin Fitzwater. He pulled it off against a damn good Chris Bumstead. I think Chris has amazing posing sides. Just overall, he probably needs 10 more pounds. Oh, yeah. The way he looked today would not be top 3 at the Olympia, guys. The way he looked now, I could see him somewhere between 6th and 10th at the Olympia. He needs more size. Kalian, unfortunately, legendary Hani Rama didn't have a fairy tale into his lustrous career. He said that. No, nothing's going to take away. Dude, he had 7 wins with, he had 25 overall wins. He had a win with Hottie. He had 7 wins with Phil Heath. He had a win with Jay Cutler in 2009. He's got all kinds. I think he has 10 Mr. Olympia wins altogether. And 25 overall Olympia wins. So, no, it doesn't tarnish his image at all. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take off. So, congratulations to Martin Fitzwater. Pulled off a win, looking fantastic. Really improved from yesterday. And he edged out Chris Bumstead, who was really pushing him very hard for that win yesterday. Could have won for sure. Could have won. And, congrats, because he did what he needed to do. He got much better from yesterday to today. Closed that gap, closed the door. And that's it. Maji is asking about how many qualifiers will be for next year's Mr. Olympia. I don't think the schedule is out yet for 2025. It is not. No, it's not out yet. We don't know. We don't know the answer to that yet. So anyway, that's it, guys. I'm going to take off. So go to brand. Thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate it very much. And I'll be back sometime soon with more videos for you guys. So thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.